Hello, viewers. Marianne from Revealing Light Tarot. How are we all today? Thank you so much for your wonderful, beautiful support after my last video on the day of the inauguration. Well, let me see. Where do I start? I'm probably speaking for all of us when I said the actual day of the inauguration filled me with absolute peace. There's a song, Peaceful, Easy Feeling. I think it's who sings that? The Eagles, anyway, an American band. Um, just filled with a weight lifted off the shoulders, and understanding that we begin the process now toward making things better um, across the world already. Biden has joined the Paris Accord. He's rejoined the Paris Accord. Rejoined who? The World Health Organization, negotiating with a anti-nuclear treaty again with Russia to stop the arms race that Trump was so blithely pulling out of. It's just everything I see coming out of that administration, watching the press conferences, press secretary not just so professional, so competent, policies, cabinet picks. It's just filling me up with absolute confidence and just knowing that we move forward with so much professionalism, with so much competency, with so much, compassion and all of those things. And then seeing stories about QAnon, I don't even want to mention that name, but the Q, shall we call it, their supporters are moving away in droves because the prophecy of the inauguration being turned over didn't come to pass. And of course, some are starting to look at the grift behind these things. So things are coming toward the light, and I'm just forever grateful for that, and grateful that we were able to take that journey together. It's only the beginning. We keep going. I'm not going anywhere. People were saying, "Oh, you can't leave. You've got to keep." Yeah, the channel remains vital, and the channel remains dynamic, and the channel remains in existence. And so I'm here, and I continue to be here, and I hope you'll stay with me as well. Okay, so just looking at the moon, it's in Taurus at the moment. And of course, Taurus likes to sort of slow things down and steadily step through things. If they're forced into anything unreasonable, the back gets up, but they're also persevering and determined. So a few of those energies are with us today. But the moon is moving into Gemini. I think I've got, as I said, I bought two astrology diaries, one for the Southern Hemisphere and one for the Northern Hemisphere, for my viewers in the Northern Hemisphere. And so on Friday, the moon is moving from Taurus into Gemini. And of course, Gemini is quicker. It's communication. It's getting things done. And we'll see over the weekend, that's where the moon is in Gemini. And of course, then we start to see those beautiful aspects, harmonious aspects coming forward, moving away from the squares of the last few days, and the more difficult and challenging aspects through to, the sun is trining the moon, for example, and we have the moon trining Jupiter, the moon trining Saturn. We've got Venus sextiling Neptune, and so we're starting to see these conditions starting to ease, but also things moving forward very quickly. So I can see that this is all in the name of progress, isn't it? Let's check the energies. I'm using my Revealing Light Oracle, then I'm moving to my Tarot of Dreams by Chiro Marchetti, for those that follow the decks. Let's just check. Are we moving forward? What are we moving forward with this energy, this new energies coming through? And I'm pleased to say that we all prophesize new energies coming through, and they are. Okay, so what are the energies now? Are the new energies bringing us forward, stepping us forward? What do we need to know about these new energies? So we've got adapting and finding our way. Number 16, this is the self. It's also healing. It's associated with the the base chakra. And it's interesting that this is the color of the US Republican Party. The base chakra is foundational when it's operating in a very positive and healthy way. When it's not, it can be deep insecurity. So, coming out of this, again, going back to that Taurus moon, if they're forced to do something that they consider unreasonable, and too quick, you've seen some of the Republicans objecting to a quick push through of the Biden cabinet picks. And of course, that in some cases, it's what they're going to do. Not Let's not assume it's always a Machiavellian reason that they're doing it. But this is about us adapting and moving through the first days of a new US administration, which has got this flow on effect already with the US rejoining the World Health Organization. It's already got this flow on effect with conspiracy theorists pulling away because they feel they've been conned. There's a lot of change happening at the moment. And it's this card has the sign of Virgo as well, which is, getting back to work, putting our heads down and getting back to work. And grounding ourselves, coming out of that delusional energy and grounding ourselves. That's what Virgo does. Now we've got the next card is taking the time, taking the time to heal, basically. And this is what we've been doing. I've been luxuriating in it, and I will continue to do that over the weekend. Just catching up on the news, looking at the gains that are being made, looking at the policies, all the things that I love. I love doing. I have worked in policy for government in the past. I have, I understand what competency and responsible government is, and so it's a joy to me to look at what's coming out of America, and I hope we get the same thing. Moving away from those far right extremist right wing policies and fake truths, and trying to tear knowledge and science and facts down. I hope we get that new start in Australia because we have our own problems here. Pausing. But this is about the self. This is about healing the self and connecting with that collective unconscious, connecting with spirit. We have life force, which is really nice. And we have this kind of abundance, when we clear that space away, we can allow for, this is as a Sagittarian, what makes me so joyful, allowing for that life energy, life affirming energy to come through. Understanding the past and applying the knowledge to the present can help solve future challenges. And I think this is what's going to be starting to come through, this new energy, this new Gemini, moon in Gemini, coming through here, life force, and giving us a chance to bring that abundance back. That, to me, is getting the pandemic under control. That's what I feel that is about as well. So at the base of the pack, we are still acknowledging the miracle. And it's interesting, this is a Uranus energy that I chose because when things are off kilter, when things are, really on that downward spiral, we have to dig deep and hope for something unexpected, hope for a miracle to come through. And sometimes Uranus will bring that. Uranus energy has that. So that's beautiful. And resilience. Of course, with this Taurian energy, when it's positively aspected, that's stepping things through methodically, logically, steadfastness. And we have number one coming back to the self. And this is the essence. And that's remembering who we are. So some beautiful energies coming through in the cards. Let's have a look at, I want to go to Alexie Navalny, the opposition Russian leader who was poisoned by Russia. That's what the indication is. And we know who did that. That would have been Putin. On Putin's orders, because nothing happens without Putin knowing about it. He recovered from that with the help of Germany. He was taken to Germany for recovery. They saved his life. What did he do? He went back to Russia, and as soon as he landed, he was arrested. This man is a modern day, I don't know, Joan of Arc, if I can put it like that. He is carrying the torch, the flame for change in Russia, and he is sacrificing himself to do that. I hope to goodness he's all right. Such courage, such bravery. Let's see Russia pulled back in line. Let's see them pulled back in line. Is Alexei Navalny, is he okay? What's happening? Show me what has happened behind what used to be the Iron Curtain. No longer is the Iron Curtain anymore. But do we get to see? Is there transparency? No. Okay. So what is happening? If an opposition leader is an attack on his life and then arrested as soon as he sets foot on his homeland soil, not much has changed, has it? Okay, so show me what has happened to Alexei Navalny. I'm seeing Putin here in the frame. This is around control. What's happened to Alexei Navalny? He doesn't want to lose control in any shape or form. There is what Alexei brings through is a more modern day approach to power, being in the world, and Putin represents that authoritarian dictatorship energy, and he doesn't want to let that go. What is an authoritarian dictatorship? Someone who does not want to lose power. Alexei threatens that. Okay, now is he okay? So we've got the Five of Cups, which is loss, grief. Look, I did hear no, he's not okay. Wherever he is, he's not okay. The Five of Cups, and that's a Mars and Scorpio energy in this particular card. So it's transformations. It's also beginnings and endings. Challenged by the Seven of Cups, and this again is this illusionary, choices. Making choices can be delusionary energy as well. So we are not seeing what is happening to him, and people have to make choices about whether they think this is okay or not. And that's not just people within Russia, that's across the world. The Queen of Coins. The Queen of Coins, stability. This is also prosperity as well, and security. This is what the Queen of Coins brings back. That's the foundation of the reading. So if he is still alive, and I haven't asked that question, whatever Putin does at this time will get noticed by the world. And I feel that there could be this movement, if anything happens to him, for countries to come together, and this is looking like financial sanctions. The Queen of Wands in the past, passion, a plan. This is what he did. He came back to his country in order to have the world look on and to draw attention to this authoritarian dictatorship. We have the Nine of Wands. Okay, the Nine of Wands this is him in the sky. Whether he's being looked after or not, just excuse me while I have a look at this message. Okay. I'm just going to finish this reading and then I'll come back to it. So that's the Nine of Wands. That's about really, I guess, battle weary. It's in the sky. So we've got the Fool, we've got new starts in the immediate future. So if he is still alive, he may be released, for example, because there's so much pressure. The Page of Wands. Okay, this is a new start in the here and now. The environment around is the Page of Coins. This is the relationship to power. This is Alexei's relationship to Putin's power. It's also the growth of something. So again, Putin needs to be careful about making a martyr here of Alexei, because it's a movement. This is a page of wands. It talks about a movement that can grow. The five of coins. Yeah, this is loss. This is being locked out. And we have the Knight of Swords. Yeah. I don't like the look of these cards, to be honest. There are, this is a crossroads here, harsh truth and a crossroads, the truth needing to come out, and we've got the Lovers here. Um, Strength and endurance. This is the courage of Alexei Navalny. Navalny. Okay, let's have a look at if he's still alive. Yes, no, please. Is Alexei still alive? My feeling is he's being kept, and I don't want to get too graphic, but he's not doing so well. And the Four of Coins, they're not releasing any information on him. The Knight of Wands, there is a growing movement to try and get him out of imprisonment, to find out what has happened to him. The Tower card is really bringing the Tower down. His circumstances aren't great at the moment. I can't say for sure if he's alive still, but he is not doing well wherever he is. Judgment, something coming to an ending, an inevitable ending, and the Ten of Cups. So this is his sacrifice. It's so incredibly heartbreaking, but I'm not sure that if he is being imprisoned and not treated well, let's just put it like that. There appears to be, with that Fool card, some new start. Let's stay on this. I'll come back for another reading soon. So thank you very much for tuning in. Just a quick one at the moment. Bye for now.